Transforming depression. It's probably about the biggest feat you could ever take on to tackle. It is fascinating how that the more you resist depression, the more it can egg you on. You'll bump into something that irritates you and you can be depressed again. So I'm going to speak about how to put this hell to bed forever. You know? Depression is a huge, influential, contagious, mental, emotional virus that affects everything in your world. And if you're feeling heavy and down and you just can't seem to kick it, and then you kick it. You kick it and you sealed it and you said, I'm gonna forget, and then it sneaks back in somehow. Can we put the depression to bed? Yes. If you are determined to, it is not all about going straight forward with it. In some ways, it is about listening, observing, because otherwise you can be coming from a place of fear and reacting to your depression and just giving up and just going into a coma, very lethargic. It is possible to continuously win your life back. That's the thing you need to recognize. That it's possible to really find your true sense of self without depression. So maybe your identity's been covered in depression for a long time, so much so it's hard to speak differently. You have to let go. So as depression may be gripping hold of you and influencing you, you need to recognize you are not depression. Depression is its own energy, its own mindset. And it's been very influential on the majority of people on this planet. To some, they have different tools of how to deal with it. Some look like they're dealing with it deep down inside, and behind the curtain, they are not dealing with it. So depression, madness can come from depression insanity because you're so frustrated by just feeling like your life is going down the toilet, that it's not blossoming the sensations or the visions or the truth that you know that you are inside, that you feel that you've missed the mark or you've failed. All this is very heavy. These are the heavies we're talking about. Whew. No one thinks they can beat depression, really. And they often give in to pharmaceutical, and that's deceitful. And there are plant medicines, definitely, that you can use in a sacred, intentional way, in connecting with the plant and the wisdom that comes from higher beings who communicate through the plants to us and lifting us up. It's all part of the plan. At the same time, you are merely receiving from the medicine an activation of who you really are. And you can put that hell to bed, put it to rest. One big thing is when you notice that you're telling a past story or something that bothered you, you notice, oh, I feel drained, I don't feel good about myself. Notice that and be like, maybe I shouldn't be telling these stories. Yeah, you want to be transparent. Yeah, you want to share the wisdom of it. But if it's getting you down, then that's not you taking care of yourself, and that's not you sharing your wisdom. The example of how you're living vital and reactivating your vitality and not letting depression run your words, not letting it run your mind, your dreams, your sleep, your life, and perhaps lack of life. Depression can only get heavier and heavier, but you can chop that stuff up with really good vibrations. They exist. If you can't really conjure them up within yourself, Ask for assistance from divine deities. Ask for assistance from divine wisdom that's connected to who you fully, truly are. And a really great way is to look into the sun at sunset. So I'm really encouraging you to take some solitude, because dealing with depression, you can tend to be either really clingy or really in a cocoon. It's fascinating. And just accept yourself where you're at. Don't beat yourself up. But know that if you take the time to have some solitude and deal and clear out that depression, make sure it's not stagnating you, and you just take it easy. You just fill your life up with smiles from the inside. And I mean real smiles. And a great way to do this is at the end of the day, take some time, and maybe your close loved ones will take this time with you too, but you need to be on a roll with it first. You need to feel how you're not dependent on anybody else to connect with your own inner happiness. And coming to the sunset is a really beautiful way to understand, all right, I can let go of the heavies. I don't have to bring them and sleep with them at bed and wake up with them in the morning. I can let them go. I can forgive myself. I can forgive everyone who ever seemed like an enemy and hurt me bad. I can forgive myself for letting people treat me that way, allowing myself to feel like such a victim for however long. I'm coming into this sunset and receiving this wisdom. Beauty of the mountains and the ocean and the sky and the sun of the west send you so much love and understanding and light beams of wisdom. Wherever your sun is setting today, allow yourself some time to feel celestial, to feel ready and willing to receive happiness, to put down any residual active stories of whatever has been frustrating or irritating you, and knowing that you're opening to happiness and the wisdom that supports your happiness to make the decisions you need to make, that you want to make, in such a bright frequency of angelic, celestial, and yet practical, physical energy, vibration, manifesting the brightest form of who you truly are. Your well-being is lighting up, and you are in union with so many others on this frequency that you're able to flip the shit on the hell of depression. The manic is gone. So allow that depression to dissolve and transform into the most divine energy. Just allow this to happen. This will not only save you, it will save the planet. Because the infinite source loves you so much so, fully understands you and your whole story and who you really are. And there is no place for hell in that picture. There is no such thing. That is a man-made disease. So step out of it and step into your worthiness of heaven on earth and being this beaming being that you are.